Amy Shannon, and this is another episode, just a short episode of Exposed Mobility Impaired Denied, and it's unlike some of my other videos, and I wanted to share something with you because it was, I found something very incredible that's very helpful to me, and it's more helpful than I actually thought it could actually be. One of my disabilities is that I have neuropathy in my feet, which basically I can feel part of my feet and not other parts of my feet. My left foot is actually the worst, and I feel the outside of the foot rather than the inside of the foot, which makes walking difficult. I can't walk too far, and some days I need to use my chair at all times. But aside from that, one of the other issues that I have is I cannot wear regular shoes or sneakers, and I always was a sneaker fanatic. I always had multiple pairs all at the same time, and would wear ones whenever my mood changed, and I tell you, doing that made those sneakers last for years. My favorite brand is Skechers, but I am not being sponsored by Skechers. I'm not being sponsored by anyone, just myself. And this is kind of like, I just wanted to share some information because maybe this will help you too. My first thing is that when I realized I could not wear regular shoes or sneakers, even if I had them on the loosest setting, because they would put pressure on my feet and make them fall asleep, so I couldn't really walk comfortably or walk at all. So I did a lot of research to find slippers that looked like shoes. And there are all different kinds of slippers, and that they had like a shoe design, but they weren't the kind that actually looked like shoes and could be worn like shoes, with a sole. So eventually I found on Skechers, which I was so surprised they have a connection with this company called Bob's, and ironic as that is, because that's my late husband's first name, excuse me. Bob's creates these wonderful shoes, and they are slippers, and they are either cats or dogs designs on them, and the proceeds go to Pet Rescue, which if I can buy a product that is a good product and it also goes to a good cause, I will definitely buy those products. And so I thought at first I would buy my first pair of slippers, and these are my first pair. They have kitty cats all over them. They're made from Bob's. I do know that they're not on the Skechers website anymore, but you can still get them on Amazon. They are fur-lined, they have a hard sole, and so it's non-skid, and they're not tight around my feet, but they're snug around my feet, but they're fur-lined, so they're nice. The downside of this is like if you want to wear slippers, or it's like if you lay down on your bed or the sofa, and it's kind of like you're wearing shoes there. So I need something that's going to keep my feet warm at all times, because of the neuropathy. It makes my feet cold, and that can make the rest of me cold, and sometimes lose circulation in my feet. So with that, I just continued to do that and just wore socks around the house. I had bought a few house slippers, but they wear out fast, especially if you have to wear them every single day all the time when you're in your home. So I do that. Sometimes I have to wear 2 pairs of socks. When my son was getting married, their wedding theme was black and red, and I bought a black dress, and I was trying to figure out, and I knew these would not go with my dress, even though I was sitting in a wheelchair and I was not about to go just sock-footed, especially for a dress. Excuse me. So I went back to Skechers and I found these beauties. Now, they're black and they have a little red nose and they look like a cat and it says meow all around them, and they're fur-lined and their shoes, and yes, they may stand out, the fur, but they're warmer than the other ones that I've shown, and they were the perfect match for our outfits when my son got married. Now I wear these more because they are a bit warmer than the other ones, and when it was really cold outside, I actually wore these because they were warmer than my other ones, even though I didn't want these to be outdoor shoes. Not that I walk around outdoors, but you never know when you have to. So, still, that left me with, oh my goodness, what am I going to do around the house? Because still, if I want to keep my slippers on my feet, but I don't like wearing shoes when I'm laying down, and that's what it feels like. So, my son William decided, well, he gave me the idea. He's like, we watch this YouTube channel all the time called the Outdoor Boys. Just a shout out to them because I love their videos. And something that they always, at least Luke was always using, is these camping booties. And he said they're down booties and they keep his feet warm when he does camping, and he goes camping in like freezing weather. So my son William said, why don't you try to see if you could find something like that, because you can wear it around the house and they're supposed to keep your feet warm, and you can even wear them outside. So I searched on Amazon and I looked for a quality but inexpensive booty, and I found these SUSHIXM on Amazon, and you can pick the color. Inside it's warm, it's thick, and it keeps your feet warm. It's, you know, it's like the inside of it's like wearing a fleece jacket for your feet. And the sole, where it is hard, but it's firm, but it's also soft and it's non-skid. So I got these in the mail yesterday and thought, okay, I'm going to wear them all day and see how they are. And I tell you that I was so impressed with these booties. Now, I'm not sure if it's the brand or how they're made, and like I said, I don't get sponsored for anything, and anything that I promote is just because I want to tell people about something that may be helpful to you. You have cold feet all the time, try these booties. And you might not even think about, because they say, they're for camping, they're for outdoors. Well, if they're made for outdoors, then you can wear them indoors. And I tell you, these, when was able to walk around on them yesterday, not so much today because my knee's bothering me, and I'm using my chair mostly, but it was like walking on air. I didn't skid, I didn't slide. Even when I limp, it wasn't putting pressure on my bad leg, and it kept my feet warm all day. And so I would recommend, if you have cold feet and your feet are cold, because when your feet are cold, the rest of you gets chilled. And also, something I've never had to do before is, and it's not because I just don't I keep my hair very short now, is, as you get older, you need to wear a hat when you go outside. You lose heat from your head a lot. So that's just a thing. I have a skull cap, and then I have a regular winter hat when it's really, really cold outside, to keep my head warm. And sometimes you don't think about things like these, but just a simple skull cap or like a winter hat when you go outside. And if you have these booties, then you're good. You'll be warm. They also make, and I don't need them, but they make down clothing, like down pants and of course down jackets. But you know, there are a lot of things, those keep you warm, and just because they're made for, say, they're said, okay, you can camping. Well, I'm not camping, but I'm wearing these, and it's not like it's saying, where's my tent? So, you know, just because something says it's for one thing, doesn't mean you can't use it for something else, or something that will make your life easier. So this has been just a short video from Exposed, Mobility Impaired, Denied, and I think I have some upcoming episodes that may be of interest to you. We'll see what happens. Thank you again.